Good afternoon and welcome. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to Sacred Heart University. Before we start the program, please turn off your electronic devices for the duration of these ceremonies. Thank you. I would also like to thank the band and the orchestra for their performance. I would also like to extend a special welcome to the members of Sacred Heart University's Board of Trustees who have joined us today. Thank you for celebrating with us today. At this time, I would ask that you please rise for the national anthem and remain standing for the invocation. Thank you, Dr. McNevich, Mr. Johnson, and members of choirs and orchestra. Now I would like to call Father Joe Farias, University Chaplain, to lead us in the invocation.
Loving God, who calls forth into being all that is good, who sustains us throughout our lives. Your spirit of holy wisdom fills the earth and invites us to wisely employ that same spirit for the enhancement and preservation of all creation, of which humankind is but a part. Look kindly and lovingly upon our new students assembled before us today. Give them a curiosity and a zeal for their studies, and plant in them a delight in their academic progress and their social development. Help them to persevere in their chosen disciplines with an ability to integrate course matter into critical thinking, desiring to truly understand and to learn all things well. Look upon their professors and mentors. Inspire them to share their knowledge with kindness, generosity, and patience, endeavoring always to encourage eager minds in the pursuit of truth and learning. Grant that students and faculty may continue to walk together along a path of goodness and compassion with respect for the value of an excellent education and with respect for each other and all creation. We ask this in your sacred name, one God, forever and ever.
Thank you, Father Faris. Audience, you may be seated. We will now hear from Jayla Brandt and Ryan Downey, two students from class of 2023, who began their SHU experience by participating in the Community Connection Service Immersion Program. Jayla and Ryan.
Good afternoon, class of 2023. My name is Jayla Bryant, and I am so honored to be here today. As new college freshmen, we have all started to embark on a journey filled with a mixture of excitement and anxiety. Through this experience, we all will begin to write our own book. College is like an unopened book with no title. We are unsure of where we fit in and where we will end up. These emotions we all possess are typical, but also terrifying at times. This empty book we continue to write will be filled with peaks and valleys, but within these moments, it is important to keep an open mind and be devoted to succeeding. It is also important to know that we don't have to write this story alone. For instance, last week, I attended the Community Connections pre-fall program at Sacred Heart. As an apprehensive person, I was unsure of what this experience would encompass. Little did I know that the CC experience would be a life-changing journey. I learned more about myself and was able to make connections with people I never imagined. The memories I have made with these individuals, I will forever cherish and keep close to my heart. Finally, being surrounded by people who were welcoming, in addition to passionate about service, was a breath of fresh air. Going through this past week, I felt so accomplished knowing that I'd filled a chapter of my book with amazing memories with people I can now call my family. I recommend all of you to be unbiased and get involved at Sacred Heart while you can. I encourage you to keep in mind the Bible verse, Joshua 1:19. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened, and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Ryan Downey from Cheshire, Connecticut, and I'm a freshman communication studies major. I would like to start off by saying congratulations to my fellow members of the class of 2023. May we make the next 4 years memorable and as impactful as possible. As we all make this transition from high school to college, we must stick together as brothers and sisters by extending a hand to one another and paying it forward so we all are comfortable at this place that we will all call home. Let's go back to paying it forward. On Saturday, August 17th, I left my home and prepared to embark on a journey of the unknown called Community Connections. It was time for me to step completely outside of my comfort zone, which isn't easy for everyone to do, and take a step into the next chapter of my life, which takes place here at Sacred Heart University. Before I knew, after getting situated for the next year, I was in a minivan with 6 strangers on my way to take part in the ultimate icebreaker, glow-in-the-dark bowling. It took a few days for everyone to break out of their shells, but through numerous community service sites, long days, sleepless nights, and enough peanut butter and jelly to last a lifetime, I find myself with one thing: a family. I walked into this program surrounded by strangers, and 1 week later, I have the privilege of knowing 60 amazing people that I hold countless memories with, and I know would have my back through thick and thin. The Community Connections pre-fall program was unlike anything I have done in my 18 years, and all I can say is it will ever hold a special place in my heart. For the 6 days I spent serving our community, there is nothing else that even compares. This is a prime example of what every one of us can do at Sacred Heart University. So as you embark on this 4-year adventure of a lifetime, I encourage you to step out of your comfort zone, try new things, and embrace the fear, because with that is nothing but opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Jayla and Ryan. At this time, I am pleased to introduce the Deans of Sacred Heart University. Dr. Robin Cotton, Dean of College of Arts and Science. Dr. Martha Crawford, Dean of Jack Welch College of Business and Technology. Dr. Michael Alfano, Dean of Isabelle, Farrington College of Education. Dr. Jody Bortone, Interim Dean of College of Health Profession. Dr. Marianne Davidson, Dean of St. Vincent College. Dr. Sherry Watson, Associate Dean of College of Nursing, filling in for Dean Abdonius. And Mr. Larry Wilk, Dean of Students. At this time, I would like to invite Denise Rodriguez, President of Student Government and a member of Class of 2020, who will now welcome the Class of 2023.
Hello and welcome to Dr. Patillo, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty and staff, and of course, let's not forget to greet the one and only Class of 2023. My name is Denise Rodriguez, and I am the Student Government President. And on behalf of all the students here at Sacred Heart University, I would like to wish a warm welcome to the Class of 2023. You have 4 years, that's 8 semesters ahead of your college career. That's an estimate of 40 months, 120 weeks, 1,200 days of school ahead of you. But wait, 2 days just went by. So as you can imagine, time will go flying by. Before you know it, in 4 years from now, you'll be at senior week, trying to recreate the pictures you're gonna take today. Every year, as graduation approaches, everyone posts a transformation picture of how much they have grown alongside their friends. The captions for these posts vary from a typical Transformation Tuesday to a thankful for the day once, and some might even quote Drake and caption it, "Imagine if I never met the Broskis." But with every one of these posts, you can see how much Sacred Heart means to the students. SHU will not only be a place where you will receive an education, it will be a place where you will create unforgettable moments that will form unbreakable bonds. Growing up to be an adult is hard. And just like it takes a village to raise a child, it will take another one to prepare you for the real world of adulthood. But how do you find these people, you ask? Well, the key to finding them is to getting involved. Go outside your comfort zone and try something new. Try Greek life, student government, clubs, sports, maybe even go abroad. I cannot stress it enough, and I promise you will hear this all over campus. But these are the endless opportunities to get involved and find your home on campus. Don't be afraid to get involved. I joined a Division I team not even knowing how to play the sport. Once I got involved, I knew there was no stopping there. I then joined student government not knowing one person. And I'm so thankful that I had the courage to join these organizations because I could never imagine myself here in front of you guys as a freshman, but these organizations have given me everything from friendships, time management skills, mentors, real-world skills that you can't learn in a classroom. I've learned how to grow up alongside amazing teammates and young leaders. My coaches, advisors, and professors have shaped me to be the leader I am today. I really could not be here giving this speech if it weren't for them, or have even held a position in the first place without them. These are my people. They're the ones that I go to when I'm homesick. They're the ones that I go to when I'm so stressed out that all I want to do is scream. And they're the ones that are there when I just want to give up. They're the ones that I go to when I want to laugh because I got a bad grade. And they're the ones that will turn on a Jesus candle for you during finals week. These are my people, and now it's your turn to find yours. Before going off to college, my parents told me, the only way you know you like something is Before going off to college, my parents told me, the only way you know you don't like something is by trying it. So my advice to you is to try everything before you say no. College is the point in life where nothing is holding you back. You are on your own, so take advantage of every opportunity that comes your way. Let's start with the first 50 days. I encourage you all to go to any event that you are interested in. You may never know, you could be looking back your senior year and say, wow, thank you. If I hadn't gone, I would have never met my best friends. Take advantage of every moment and live your life to the fullest. Find something that makes it hard to one day walk across the stage and have to say goodbye to SHU. Sacred Heart was recently ranked one of the happiest schools in the nation, and this is because it attracts the people with the biggest hearts. So congratulations and welcome to your new home for the next 4 years.
Thank you, Denise. Class of 2023, Sacred Heart is home to the happiest student, but it is also home to the happiest faculty and staff. So please know that while you are here at Sacred Heart, your teachers, the faculty, and our staff are really excited to meet you, to know you, to work with you, and to help you find your profession in life. The university faculty members and staff, they're wonderfully talented and a tremendous resource for all freshman students. So I urge you to get to know them quickly and call on them whenever you need help. So at this time, I would like to ask the faculty and staff members in the audience to please rise. And class of 2023, give them a huge round of applause. Thank you. Now, representing this group as a whole, I am pleased to introduce Dr. Amanda Morris, Professor in College of Arts and Science, to welcome you.
Hello. Good afternoon and welcome to the class of 2023. I have the distinct honor of welcoming you today on behalf of our faculty to Sacred Heart University. To begin with, I want to tell you something about our faculty. Our faculty are here because we love to teach, but even more so, we're here because we love to learn. We welcome you into an intellectual community, one that will be better because you are a part of it. We take that intellectual community seriously. We are deeply committed to your education, to your future, and to your success, however you might define that. I know that over the next 4 years, you will learn a great deal from my colleagues, but I also know that we will learn a great deal from you. But in order for this learning to take place, you'll need to take risks, to throw ideas at the wall. Many won't stick, but 1 or 2 of them could be life-changing. And that is difficult. I know we often fear that we don't have anything to add to the conversation, that we're afraid of being predictable, average, or even worse, wrong. Many students don't see the ways in which their insights influence the people around them, and they readily believe that the insights they have are not unique. This fear is the antithesis of growth and a vibrant educational institution. This way of thinking is insidious. It encourages complacency and avoids discomfort at all costs. But learning is uncomfortable, and it should be. Challenge yourself, challenge your colleagues, challenge us. We love it. You want to see a faculty member's eyes light up? Follow them back to their office and ask them to just explain that last point a little bit more. And as I mentioned, we have so much to learn from you. You don't hear it often, but your generation is doing amazing things. You are on track to be the most diverse and most educated generation yet. Your generation, more so than any other before you, is committed to ending environmental degradation, values equity, and rejects the rhetoric of hate and exclusion. The gift of a liberal arts education gives you the tools to take those values, as diverse as they are, and transform them into action. And this discomfort and growth can lead to amazing places. As an example, as Denise pointed out, this past year, Sacred Heart was named on Princeton Review's top 10 list of the happiest students. In an email sharing the news, Dr. Patillo wrote, "I think one reason our students are happy is because of the culture of inclusiveness, tolerance, and respect. There is no room for hate, violence, or bullying here. Instead, we welcome people of all cultures and embrace the opportunity to learn about their customs. We listen to all points of view, and when we disagree, we do so respectfully." He shared this, juxtaposing it against a world where those values are being threatened. And I want to end my welcome by echoing those thoughts. In considering these words, Dr. Patillo is not suggesting that our students are happy because things are always good or easy, but because when they are hard, we do the work, we face the discomfort, and we grapple with our mistakes. This is ongoing and purposeful action, and building and maintaining this culture takes all of us, all of you. It requires joy and happiness, but also distress, difficulty, and hardship at times. We are a community that celebrates together, but just as importantly, we are a community that grieves together. One of the ways in which my colleagues and students have inspired me most is their deep commitment to justice, dignity, and the ever-enduring view that the world around them can always be better. While at times our critiques may seem like cynicism, I urge you to see them for what they really are, which is optimism and hope. I am honored to invite you into our learning community. Just remember that you have something important to say, and we cannot wait to hear it. Welcome, class of 23.
Thank you, Dr. Morris. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you Dr. John Patillo, President of Sacred Heart University, to welcome the class of 2023.
The other day, without embarrassing him, I happened to be in one of the dining halls, and a student bumped into me and was very gentlemanly. He said, "Excuse me." He said, "You look familiar. I think I should know you, but I don't remember who you are." I said, "In 4 years, you'll know who I am, I'm sure." The other fellow certainly knew who I was and was laughing at it. Just to the class of 23, to do two things. The provost may get annoyed because he told you all to shut off your phones. I'm on Instagram and Snapchat, yes, I know. So I'm a Shoe Prez. These students already have me, so please sign up. I will respond, just be respectful. No emojis that are obscene or anything I'd appreciate. But I will respond. So Shoe Prez. So I have a little wager that some of you will sign up before we leave stage, and I'll know it on my Instagram numbers. Thank you, I appreciate. And before I share my remarks, I do want to say that something that has been mentioned. Class, get to know your faculty and allow them to get to know you. It's a very unique environment here at Sacred Heart, and you will find that your faculty is quite receptive. Must be signing up, my watch is going, beeping on me galore here now. Anyway, get to know them and allow them to get to know you, because it's more than what happens in the classroom. Today is more than just a ceremony. It's a time to pause and welcome you as members of this university community with all of its opportunities and responsibilities. Today, we encourage you on the next part of your life's journey. As young adults, you are asked to seize the opportunities during these next 4 years to discover life through literature, history, philosophy, and the sciences. You will have cheated yourselves if that journey is simply in the classroom. Take what you learn in classes and reflect on others and on yourselves as part of the greater community. For this journey, while here, I would strongly suggest 3 prongs of which will require you to reflect, question yourselves, and continue to move along in your maturing. First, be respectful. That's more than being just courteous. It requires each of you, all of us, to have a sense of reverence for the other person. Reverence requires of us a sense of appreciation for the diversity of opinions, lifestyles, cultures, and gender. This university community has zero tolerance for bullying in whatever form it takes, physical, verbal, or shunning. Respect speaks of your maturity. 2, be engaged. A journey here only through class deprives you, or rather, you deprive yourself of growth and wisdom. These are the years that you can expand your understanding of the richness of others and their culture, their life situations, and yes, also their sufferings. Engagement speaks of your growth. And third, be curious. You can take a journey and never notice the surroundings. So you have traveled, but know and experience very little along the way. Your classes provide you with facts. Your inquisitiveness provides you with opportunities to reach beyond and beneath the factual. Curiosity replaces judgment. So, class of 2023, you soon will pledge to be pioneers. Let this be your home away from home. And be vigorous with your respect, engagement, and curiosity. After all, this is your time to flourish. Welcome to SHU.
Thank you, President Patillo. Class of 23, indeed, you will know Dr. P. So, for what you know, he's on Instagram, Snapchat, maybe on League of Legends, Fortnite, Overwatch. And to celebrate that, I think Sacred Heart will be the first school in Connecticut to launch a minor in esports just for your batch. So starting up, please sign up for esports minor in the spring semester and also the club sport team in esports. At this time, we will hear from Sioux Choir and Orchestra.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my home. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they're always crazy.
Class of 23, earlier you heard from our current student government president, Denise Rodriguez, and you see the 4 year of transformation. You can see yourself just like her 4 years from now. We have someone special for you to talk to you, speak to you, share his experiences with you. He was also a student government president during his time. Mr. Brian Hamilton from class of 87, the former member of Sacred Heart Board of Trustees and the recipient of last spring's honorary doctorate from Sacred Heart. After graduating from Sacred Heart, Brian earned his MBA from Duke University, and after some years of professional experience, he co-founded SageWorks, the country's first fintech and the largest provider of software to US banks. Brian is a frequent guest on CNBC and Fox Business Channel. In addition, true to shoe spirit, Brian formed a nonprofit called Inmates to Entrepreneurs, a national program that helped former inmates to start their own small businesses. In addition, Brian Hamilton Foundation provides access to entrepreneurship to those in need. Brian has served on SHU Board of Trustees and have taken time to speak to our students from time to time about entrepreneurship. In addition, the Sheila Hamilton Student Success Center and the Maureen Hamilton Wellness Center, both of which are central to success of all our students, they have been able to expand their services to the students because of the generosity of Brian Hamilton. Brian?
Okay. I have to follow Dr. Patillo in that wonderful choir, so that's tough, but I'll try it. It's great to be here, guys. I did graduate from here back in 1833. No, it was actually 1987. But, you know, when I talk, I really only accept invitations when I can actually offer content and value. I'm going to overlap a little bit with some of the words that Dr. Patillo mentioned, as well as Denise. Great job, by the way. She and I had lunch today. That was really nice. But seriously, I'm going to give you some perspective as a former student, as someone who's been a business person. I built a business. And I'll tell you a Sacred Heart specific story. We talked about the happiest university. I didn't know that, but I'm happy that I'm here. But I'll tell you a story about my experience here, one story in particular. One of the professors here, Dr. Kokoski, I didn't know him real well at the time. I was president of student government, presidential intern. I helped found the debate society, all this great leadership stuff. I didn't know Dr. Kokoski well, but I knew him well enough, and I guess, a little bit of engagement for the 4 years. And I remember walking through the quad, which I think it's still a quad. There's other stuff there, but it's kind of still a quad. And I was walking through the quad my senior year. I'll never forget this. It didn't make much impact then, but through the years it made a huge impact. And that's going to happen to you at this university, I can guarantee it. But anyway, at the time, I say I had a chip on my shoulder. I think that's a nice way of saying I was a bit of a snob. I thought I was real high on myself. I thought I had everything down, and even though I was a student leader and people kind of liked me, that sort of stuff. But Dr. Kokoski sensed something in me, and he came up to me in the quad. Again, someone I don't really know. The best advice you ever get is not when someone's sort of yelling at you, but there's sort of just these gentle asides. And Dr. Kokoski said to me, he said, "Hey, Brian, I've noticed you've done a lot of great leadership stuff here. And I think you've got some potential. But remember, if you're ever going to lead anybody, you have to love them. If you ever want to lead somebody, you've got to actually like them." And at the time, my 22-year-old arrogant self, I was like, okay, sounds good to me. And I sort of but it got in my head. It just went around for years. And he was absolutely right. So that's the first thing I'm going to leave with you, just about leadership. I have an MBA. I did a lot of math stuff here too, but they don't teach leadership enough. If you're going to lead people, if you're going to be around people, if you're with your classmates, you got to like them, you got to love them. And at that time in my life and my journey, it's not true for anybody here, a little bit arrogant. I liked people, but I hadn't really grown, which is going to go into my next point. And Dr. Kokoski mentioned that to me. And I've been around lots of corporations, lots of leaders, presidents of universities, CEOs of companies, but the best leaders like their people. You got to like people. You think about politicians, you go into politics, right? This is people. You don't like people, you're in the wrong business, right? What are you doing? So it's true of life too. You got to like people. If you like people, they will sense that. When I ran SageWorks, I wasn't always pleasant. I was one of those typical tech entrepreneurs. I'm very driven and all that, but I think people sense that I liked them, especially as I grew in my spiritual journey, and you can get a lot out of people. Now, that's the second point I'm going to mention to you. I'm going to keep this light because I don't want to preach to you. I want to give you something that I think will be of value to you. College is an intellectual endeavor. There's no question about that. You're here to learn. You're here to critically learn. You're here to analyze. By the way, hopefully you'll synthesize too, which is not breaking things apart, but bringing things together. But it is also a spiritual journey. I was talking to John during lunch, and Ryan and Nina and I mentioned that one of the greatest things that happened to me at this university was I began my spiritual journey. And I can't tell you how important that is because your intellectual pursuits are important today. They're important long run. Your career, important today. Sort of important long run. But your spiritual journey is what's going to carry you through the hard times. And I got to tell you, it's not a commencement address again. It's going to be short. But there are going to be times that things are difficult for you. So begin your spiritual journey here, whatever that is. Intellectual, no question. But spiritual, absolutely vital. You took away my steam on this point, but I'm gonna go back to it a little bit. The next thing, it's so hokey, I know that. I have a 26-year-old and a 23-year-old. I bore them all the time. I'm gonna bore you a little bit. Be kind to one another. Be kind. I can't tell you how important that is. As I've gotten older, everybody I meet is more fragile than they seem to be. Right? We put on a front, right? We want to put on a front that we're confident, we have a great life. We're on Facebook, which I don't use Facebook and Instagram, although they tell me I'm on there somewhere, but I don't use it. But we post how happy we are and everything's going wonderful. Remember, at 18, it feels like it was 100 years ago, it really does. But at 18, everyone around you is fragile. So be kind to one another. I think that's a great point that you made, John. Really, be kind to one another. I know it sounds so hokey and boring, but it's true. By the way, I'm gonna do a little shout out for the parents. Okay, there's no parents here, so I can do this. Be kind to your parents too. Really, remember that they've had to grow, that they've had to learn. When I was younger, I expected them to be perfect. They're not going to be perfect. They're growing too. It's amazing. I have two sons. The power of a simple text when they text me, hey, Dad, I appreciate this or that or whatever. Dad, you did something right. Here's an example, an email. Once in a while I did something right. It's amazing the power of that. So for all the freshmen here, right? You're away from school a day, a week, or whatever. Text your mom and dad once in a while. Hey, Dad, I love you. Hey, Mom, I love you. It's amazing. I know it sounds so simple, but it will make all the difference in their world. So I do have to do a shout out to the parents. I have to do that. I guess the last thing I'm going to leave you with, I want to keep it tight so that you can actually go on and enjoy your day, is, and I'm going to get this wrong. I'm going to really mess this one up, but I'm going to try. I'm just going to try. I went to Sacred Heart University. I started here in 1981, and I never realized this until I went to another school called Duke. That's in North Carolina for the northern folks here. I'm from Connecticut, but Duke University, I went there and got my MBA. What I love about this university, and Dr. Patillo, nobody coaches me what to say. This is from me, like you, I was sitting there. But what I love about this university, unlike Duke, I'm glad they accepted me, okay? But unlike Duke, unlike Yale, or those types of schools, Sacred Heart is an excellent university, but it's growing. You're part of a mission almost like the country, right? We want to be getting better, and we're striving. Denise, you mentioned you're a first-time college graduate in your family. Some other people are like that too. We're striving, we're trying to get better. Just like America, we're trying to get better all the time. We're striving. It's systemic, and it's central to the immigrant vision of this country to get better. And at Sacred Heart, it's all around you. Doesn't mean it's not at other schools, but it's a big part of it. Every time I come here, you're right, John, it's not just the buildings. It's the culture, the way people treat each other, the initiatives to do other things for the students. We're always getting better, and that dial's not moving a little bit. But this is what I would leave with you. Denise mentioned it. Dr. Patil mentioned. I'm going to bring it home a little bit here. Get involved. Do you see what I'm saying? You're part of building something that's bigger than you. Really, you can make an impact here. You can absolutely make an impact. You chose the right school because this school is an excellent school. And by the way, we've done incredible things over the last 30 years, right? But we're getting better, and you can be part of that right now. And I feel, where's Dr. Rose? I feel like when I came here, that I was part of the journey to make this school better. I felt like the professors were that way. And you can do it as well. So God bless, good luck, and go Pioneers.
Thank you, Brian. At this point, Mr. Michael Bazone, Assistant Dean of College of Arts and Science, will lead the induction and oath of class of 23.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. First, we wish to invoke the blessings of God on our new students and to share with them the richness of our faith tradition. When each of you came in, on your chair, you found a special Sacred Heart University shield pin. We ask that you wear it and that you wear it with pride. Before we get to the pledge, very briefly, we have a song called A Million Dreams. And from those million dreams, I know that there are 1,600 or more of them sitting right there with you in the hearts and minds of each one of our incoming students. And this is the time for dreams. You're allowed to dream, and we, your faculty, your staff, and others at the university are here to help you work on your dreams and to become the person that you hope to be. I say this every year. The people that you admire in your family, in the world, in your country, in your schools, those people didn't come from a special place. They didn't have a special diet. They weren't nurtured. They were and are you. You plus time and plus effort. So remember, this is the time to celebrate your possibility. What is missing so far from this ceremony is the voice of the most important people here, the Sacred Heart University class of 2023. And so I would ask that you rise in your seats, please. Class of 2023. You're the largest class we've welcomed to Sacred Heart University, and so I expect to hear your voices loud and clear as we recite the Sacred Heart University oath. And so I need to hear your response first. Before all who gather here. I'm going to do that again because I don't hear anything. Ready? Before all who gather here. There you go. I join the Sacred Heart University community. I pledge my energy and my enthusiasm to these our common goals, to enrich and enliven my mind, to know myself better, to cultivate and live my faith, to honor my social and civic obligations, to know and treasure the true, the good, and the beautiful, to serve others, all others, with generosity with compassion, and with respect. Above all, in these years filled with possibility, I will learn. I will learn. I will learn. So help me God. The Sacred Heart University class of 2023.
Thank you, Dean Bazon. Now would everyone please stand and join the members of Sacred Heart Choir and Orchestra in singing of our alma mater. Thank you. That was beautiful. Class of 2023, through this solemn occasion, you have been formally inducted into Sacred Heart University. You are the central focus of the life of this university, and I ask that you not just remember the pledge, but you actually live it. One of the most important things you heard from every speaker here is get involved, get to know people, and be kind. We are all very proud to welcome you to Sacred Heart University family. I now ask Father Ed Stewart, University Chaplain, to give the benediction. Following the benediction, please remain in your seats until the academic procession has left the room. Thank you for being with us here today.
This is only the second time I have the honor of standing before you to give voice and ask for God's blessings upon all of you here. And the spirit that pervades the room, the auditorium, is an exciting one. One sobering moment, and I invite you to join me in opening your own hearts in prayer and blessing for one of your classmates who unfortunately is not here, but spending today in the hospital recuperating from an accident, from an injury. So I would ask you to take Julie into your heart in prayer too as we pray together. And so very simply, in the words of the blessing from the Old Testament and used by St. Francis, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord let his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. And may Almighty God bless all of you now and throughout every day of your life, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.